Hey guys, welcome along to another Double Tap on YouTube. I'm Stephen Scott.
And I'm Shaun Preece. Hello.
Hey Shaun, you fancy a trip in a car? Do you fancy doing some sightseeing, maybe sitting in the back, looking out the window, imagining what is out there? Would you fancy doing that?
Imagining? No, I don't like doing that because I can't do that, Stephen Scott. Thank you.
Well, you can now, thanks to Honda. Yes, Honda, the people who make cars, they've developed this app that you can go and get. It's called Honda Scenic Audio. And as you're traveling around in your car, well, not your car, obviously, someone else's car,
yes.
Sitting in the back, you can hold your phone up and it will describe your environment to you. So it'll actually audio describe live your environment to you. I'm sensing cynicism here.
I'm sorry, we haven't got that technology yet, have we? I mean, we're waiting on it with AI and, visual description. How could it possibly do that? Yes, I am skeptic.
Okay, well, shall we watch the video that comes with this announcement? Because I think it'd be good for both of us to get a better idea as to what is actually on offer here and what this means. So let's watch. This is from Honda, explaining Honda Scenic Audio.
A woman sits in a vehicle driving through picturesque scenery.
My name is Sandy Lacey, and I'm the Executive Director of the Howe Innovation Center at the Perkins School for the Blind. People with disabilities are the world's largest minority, the only minority group anybody can join at any moment in their lives.
There are 285 million blind or visually impaired people in the world who have been left out of one of life's simple joys.
Sometimes when I'm in the car with friends, I do feel lonely.
Honda introduces Scenic Audio with Perkins School for the Blind and the Howe Innovation Center.
Hello, my name is Phil Haruska. I'm the Senior Manager of Honda Marketing. At Honda, it's about making the power of dreams available for everyone.
My name is Jason Carmel, and I'm a creative technologist. The app is really a combination of a number of different artificial intelligences working together. We use things like computer vision to actually see what's out there, and then generative AI to then describe things in a much more interesting way.
A woman rides in a Honda as the Scenic Audio app generates audio description about the world outside the car window.
The ocean's vastness stretching beyond the sandy shore, as seen from our car window.
Cassandra, Corey, Jerry, and Tanya, a diverse group of blind and visually impaired people, share their thoughts from the passenger seats.
The idea of being able to sit in a car and enjoy the scenery around me is novel.
I don't know what I'm missing until I know what I'm missing.
Concrete, giving the impression of a space in transition.
That's cool.
We catch glimpses of...
Visit www.scenicaudio.info. Honda, the power of dreams.
So there you go, Shaun. That's the video that Honda put out introducing Honda Scenic Audio, the app. It's saying it's bringing together lots of different AIs, generative AI, computer vision, all these things in order to give us that live description of our outdoors.
Okay. I've got to admit, that did sound quite interesting. I'm just trying to think, is this something you actually want, Stephen?
It is
Seriously,
interesting.
I mean, it sounds cool, but do you want, is this something you would use?
So I've just come back from holiday and had a wonderful time traversing Canada, and it would have been nice to know what was going on half the time outside.
Good point.
I got the sense hills, more hills, mountains, more mountains, some with ice, some not with ice, some with snow, some not with snow. I got that sense because there was a little bit of description going on from the people on the train, for example, on the Rocky Mountaineer train as we travelled through from Banff through to Vancouver. An incredible journey, by the way, but it would be nice to actually have some of that described as we went along. So yeah, I do. And there are times especially, it's funny, it said in the video, you don't know what you can't see. There will be things, like image description is a perfect example of this. When you use AI to get an image description, it will pick up on things. Even sighted people might go, I didn't know that was there.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
Imagine if it goes further than that. Imagine it tells you there's a store or there's a McDonald's or there's a something, as you pass by and you go, oh, hello.
You had me at McDonald's.
I'm back to that again. But, I can see some real benefits in this. And I think it's something really nice as you're traveling along to say, oh, wow, someone says, man, what an amazing sunset. And you can actually get that description of that sunset to yourself. I think that's really powerful.
Yeah, look, I agree. And you gave a great example of that train journey that you took, right, on holiday. I totally understand that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm guessing I'm just thinking of my everyday or the average car trip that I may take. Very rarely am I going to see, seascapes and mountain and beautiful highlands. It's going to be, there's a man urinating against a lamppost. I mean, I don't care.
Well, at least you'll know. You'll know to avoid that particular part of town.
Look,
this
okay, here's the thing, right? This sounds very, very cool, but I don't want to say anything negative about the organisations or the people or the companies involved in this whatsoever, because it seems disrespectful to do that. But saying that...
But you've got it anyway. Right, okay. I'm sitting back.
Sorry, can I just download this app and take it out with me when I'm walking about so it makes a difference to my mobility? Is this real-time video that's going to tell me, hey, there's a trash can right in front of you, go around it, there's a car, there's a Honda Scenic.
No, that's not what this is. That's not what this is.
So how is this working? What is it?
You see, you're looking at this the wrong way, and you do this all the time. You're classic at this.
How dare you?
You absolutely do. You always look at it as if it's as if every other app on your phone has to be deleted in order to have this one. This is just one app of many using AI in cool ways. You'll use Be My AI's computer vision with GPT-4o or, Lookout on Google or whatever it might be. You'll use that to do all those things. But this is about a relaxed experience. This is the difference here is this is built to be a nice, pleasant experience sitting in a car, which, by the way, I can also tell you, doesn't have to be a Honda car. I did have to clarify that. But, I thought maybe it only works in Honda cars, but apparently it doesn't. It works in any car. But as if I needed to be told that. But I did.
But that's exactly my point. I'm not saying, that should be... How does this work then? What I'm saying is I don't believe this works as it's being portrayed. It works as in you hold your phone out the window, well, not out the window, at the window, and it describes exactly in real time what's outside your window. Because
that's not to believe. That's exactly where we're going with computer vision and AI.
Nothing else does that at all.
Did you watch the Be My Eyes video?
Yes, I did. Yes.
What are the ducks doing? Remember that? What are the ducks doing?
Yes, I did.
In fact, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to play a clip of that right now. This is a clip of exactly what I'm talking about. If you didn't see the Be My Eyes video with GPT-4o, watch this.
Try and tell me exactly what they're doing right now, please.
Right now, the ducks are gently gliding across the water. They're moving in a fairly relaxed manner, not in a hurry. Occasionally, one of them will dip its head under the water, probably looking for food, and then pop back up.
I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, look, I get it. Of course, we're all blown away by that video. But there is a difference here. That is being asked a question. It's analysing a short period of video and giving you a description of it. That's not the same of just holding your phone out and getting full real-time video description. It's totally different.
I mean, this could just be using images. I mean, let's be honest. It's a scene. It's probably not going to be necessary for it to be... Well, yeah, scenic. But I mean... Unless you're going past about 500 miles an hour, you're probably going to have the same view out of your window for a little while.
Again, are you? Even if it takes a still photograph every 5 seconds and just describes that or stitches them together, describes that. It's surely, if you're traveling, unless you're traveling at 5 miles an hour, it's going to be all blurry. Look, I don't want to be negative. I don't wish to be negative. I'm not convinced that this actually exists. How bad is that?
Well, it is in beta at the moment. It is they're working towards a possible or a potential 1.0 release quite soon. No details as to when that will actually be. Bearing in mind the news of this was announced back in April, so just early April actually. So yeah. But anyway, let's hear more about the partnership because Perkins School for the Blind are behind this, which kind of gives me a little bit of confidence with the people behind it.
True.
First off, blind people were actually involved in this.
Very true. Yeah.
That's a good thing. And also, let's not forget, this is a car manufacturer as well. They didn't have to bother with this. They didn't have to do any of this stuff. So I find it interesting that they have. So let's find out a little bit more about why that is. Let's hear now from Phil Haruska, who is from Honda. And also a little later we'll hear in the interview from Sandy Lacey. She is from Perkins.
For us, it really started all with Honda's philosophy around the power of dreams. Honda very much believes in the power of dreams, and that's not just a tagline. It's something that we really strive for, and we want to provide our customers with lots of access to tools and different products that make their lives better. And from there, we also have a very firm belief in inclusivity. So inclusivity for all people. So with regards to our vehicles in particular, it's not just about the driver, it's about all the people in the vehicle. And that's where this app really comes into play. And then thirdly, we're just excited about all the things that can be done with artificial intelligence and AI, and Honda's commitment to innovation. So you bring those three things together, and this app really was an exciting project for us to work on. We worked with a few different agencies on this project, and one of the key members for us is Dr. Josh Loebner, who is blind himself. And so we worked with Josh, and in one of our very first meetings with him, he told us, Phil, we have this saying in the accessibility community, nothing for us without us. And that really resonated with us at Honda. And so that's why we wanted to do this app as a beta program, as a beta test, and partner with some amazing partners such as the Perkins School for the Blind and the Howe Innovation Center. And Sandy, who's on here, has been an incredible partner. And Honda also worked with the Alabama School for the Deaf and Blind. It's an almost 30-year relationship with. And then the third group that we worked with is Honda has a business resource group of associates called Enable. So we're beta testing this app with them also. And frankly, the other wonderful thing about this app is there's just not something else like it. There's a lot of apps that are very utilitarian, like they'll tell you how to get places, or they'll describe literally what's going on. Whereas the Scenic Audio app is all about more poetic storytelling language, which is more how people and humans think and feel more when you hear a great story.
So Honda approached us and asked, had a hypothesis on how the car journey could be improved for people who are blind or low vision. And we said, well, let's ask, let's test it. Let's ask and let's listen. So we partnered together, and we found around 30 folks with different types of blindness and low vision to meet with the Honda team and with our team through Perkins Access, and to really kind of share their journeys of what car trip experiences are like. From that initial group of 30 folks who were an exceptional, sounding board. I always say it has to be grounded in the customer journey and the user experience, right? You can always assume what somebody would want or need, but you actually have to listen to your customer, no matter what industry you're in.
It does give me a lot of confidence when I hear that Perkins were involved in this, because, like you heard from Sandy Lacey there, it's all about engaging with people, finding out what they want, not just making something for the sake of it, or, here's a great idea. How many times have I said this on the show? I've said, don't just make stuff and then say, hey, blind people, try this out. It's not a restaurant where you're just constantly making meals and hoping someone likes it. You can't run a business like that. And, this is clearly, Honda have thought, hey, here's an interesting idea. Let's actually talk to some blind people first. And they've responded positively. But I think we got some of, or close to an answer to what you were asking, which is, what will this be like? Well, we know it. Poetic, beautiful language is what I think Phil said there.
You know what? Actually, listening to those clips has answered a lot of my questions. Because I did say, would you actually use this? But hey, as you said, the fact that a blindness organization has been involved in this and they went out and asked people makes a huge difference. So maybe I'm just totally out of touch with this.
Yes.
So I'm quite happy to say that. But I just can't. I'm still stuck on the technology side of things. Maybe it's the nerd inside of me. I'm just thinking, okay, you know what? then change the prompt to take away all the poetic, romantic, descriptive talk and just make it real time. And I'll use it when I go out the shop next to know that I'm about to walk into a parked car. That would be great. I would find that far more useful.
Beautifully sitting astride the sidewalk, Izzy Vauxhall Astra.
No, it's got to be a Honda.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Honda. Is it Civic? Is that their things? I know nothing of
Scenic.
cars.
I gotta say,
It should be a Honda Scenic, yeah. That'll be the new car. They'll have that.
I'm pretty sure it is a car.
Probably
already.
is a car, actually. Yeah, we're not car people. Sorry, car people.
And maybe this app will make us car people. You gotta say though, Honda do great work in their R&D because this isn't the first time they've looked at assistive tech. Because they did do that mobility thing at one point using
the toilet seat.
There was the toilet seat you wore around your neck. We are so terrible.
But that's what it was, wasn't it? It was like it's shaped like a toilet seat. You wore it around your head. It had sensors in it.
Yes, it was shaped. It was. Yeah, I don't think that's how they described it. It's a toilet seat with sensors nailed on it.
Can you tell that Honda are not sponsoring this video? Have you got any hint in this? Have we given anything away?
They did that first walking humanoid robot that used to run around the place. That was very cool. They did the office chairs that used to move out of your way using self-driving car technology. I used to love that, by the way. But this is all R&D labs and things they used to demo. But they do a lot of work. And you know what? I
didn't realise that.
Yeah, I think this is a very cool technology if it does what they say it can do.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. I suppose you just think, well, it's a car company. They make cars, and that's it. So you just think, well, that's it. But it's interesting when you dig a little bit and you realize all the other stuff they do, which is probably technology going into cars, but it's has to be started somewhere. It has to begin. I suppose it's easier to have a car, an office chair that moves out the way than cars moving around themselves in the street. I think that would be a bit awkward. So probably best to start with office chairs and wheelie bins.
Wheelie bin. Can you that would be
how cool would it be? Wouldn't it be? You're walking down the street and it's trash day, and the next minute all the bins just move out the way for you. That would be so cool.
That's the future. I can't wait. I don't want rocket trousers anymore. Honda, we want walking bins.
Stick the app. I want self-driving bins. Listen, I want to pick up on something that was a part of the interview that we did with the good people at Honda, but also Perkins as well. Phil Haruska and Sandy Lacey talk now about the feedback they got from users, because of course we saw the video, we saw people using the app. Let's find out a bit more about the feedback they received.
So we did around 30 user interviews, and then we narrowed it down to probably, I think, like 5 to 8 folks who we put the product in their hands to get real, on the ground feedback. And it was really exceptional. I think a lot of the times people think about accessibility as function, like, oh, this thing doesn't work, so make it function for everyone. And I like to say that this actually puts the fun in function, because this is an enjoyable accessibility play. It's about opening up, detailed, customizable information that I think sighted people, just take for granted that they're ingesting all the time, and really just unlocks the journey. It was interesting. I think some folks were. And you can even kind of see this in the video, like, okay, that's cool, but that's not totally what I need. And then when they experienced it, the feedback was, oh, that's cool. Like, I didn't really realize I was not getting that information until I received the information. It's interesting to realize, what, as a sighted person, I take in on a daily basis, what kind of neighborhood I'm in, what the weather is like outside the car, if there are buildings there or not, what the coastline is. And you can see a lot of this in the video. But I think that there was an element of delight to this specific product that usually that isn't always accompanied with an accessibility play.
Yeah, similarly, the feedback we've received so far has been very positive, and it's been very much, like Sandy said, rooted in the feeling that you get when you hear these descriptions and these stories, and it really has been powerful just getting great feedback on how much it enhances the experience and as Sandy said, some people don't even realize that they're missing out on that. And the level of descriptions and again, the poetic language.
You know what? I'll be really interested to hear what people think about this, because I think you're being very cynical about this. And I think it'll be interesting to hear what other people think, because I personally think you're wrong. I think this is a good thing. I'm glad Honda are talking about it. I'm glad they're doing this. Now you've mentioned all the other stuff they're doing in relation to accessibility, the toilet seat and the robot.
It's not called the toilet seat.
Or moving bins or whatever it was. Look, whatever it is, I think great. Do more of it, because we need this. This is the stuff of the future that will help us all potentially. And, I love that it's a company like this that are doing it. So they've got the money, clearly, to invest. And I think if it just, like I said earlier, I think if all it does is show people the power of how AI can help and support disabled people, I think it's a great thing. So that's my take on it. And you're wrong.
You know what? I wish and I hope that I am wrong about this, of course. Look, all those things I mentioned that the Honda do the research in, fantastic. Have they ever been actually available? No. When I get this app in my hands, then I'll be excited. Until then, I'll keep the power of dreams in my head.
Thank you, Shaun Preece. Not Honda Civic, it's Honda Scenic over here. That's what they call the episodes. That's what we'll call it, the Honda Scenic.
Well done.
That's actually pretty good when you think about it. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you. I'll just pat myself on the back for that one. We are back soon with more on Double Tap on YouTube. Drop your comments below, or probably write them would be easier, and or type them, I suppose, because writing's not really a thing. You can, though, if you like to go old school, you can get in touch with this, whatever this is, via the telephone. Remember that? Remember the telephone?
What?
Very popular at one time.
An actual phone call?
An actual phone call. You can dial a number, beep, 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 1-877-803-4567. I know, I don't believe that we get to do this either. Feedback at doubletaponair.com if you prefer email, which apparently is also old these days, or you can hit it up on the socials. That's a thing, according to the children
We are so
of today.
down with the youth. Hit us up on our socials, please.
That's right. Absolutely. We're not on Instagram or TikTok because they wouldn't allow us on. We're far too popular. There's people on Instagram who'd get annoyed, I think, if we were on.
Yes.
Because of our
We're on
existence.
Twitter and Facebook and Mona.
Yes.
And,
which is now called
Mastodon.
X.
Yeah.
That's right. We're not on Facebook. I think we're on Facebook somewhere, but I don't know how it works, and we've never managed to figure it out. So You'll get us somewhere. Look, do you know what? If you want to get in touch with us, I know you'll find a way. That's it for
Power of
us.
dreams.
Goodbye. Dream big, my friend.
Bye-bye.
I'm off to try my toilet seat out, see if I can take my bin for a walk.
Wow.